everybody. I don't know what I'm calling my February thing yet, but I'm going to do a video periodically throughout February. I was thinking Fantastic February or something like that. I don't really know what I'm going to call it. Any which way, I was handed several ones when I was at the store. And I noticed one looked a little bit different, and I waited until I got home. I actually waited a couple of days until I had a chance to visit with my son for a little bit. He has a lot more patience to search things out online and things like that. But this is what it looked like. So I'm just going to give you a minute. I mean, I have to tell you without a response because I'm doing this video and then I'll post it later. But I'm just curious if you notice, if you were handed this dollar bill, if you would notice what's different about it. There's a couple differences, but one thing really caught my eye. Now I'm going to show you a modern day dollar bill. And I'll just let you look for a minute at this one. Now I'm going to hold them up together. I'm not holding my fingers very still, I'm sorry. So this is the one right here that caught my eye. This is blue. Modern day money, it's green. That was the first thing that caught my eye. Then when my son was looking it up, he noticed that this one says, I need to turn it around and read it, so sorry. This certificate is legal tender for all debts, public and private. And he didn't think that that was the same wording on a current dollar bill. So the wording on a current dollar bill said this note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. Then he noticed at the top of the new one, this is a Federal Reserve note. This says something different. This says, this certifies, silver certificate. So right up here, it's silver certificate, and this says this certificate is legal tender for all debts, public and private. And when he looked this up, this one is actually backed by silver. So I was thinking, man, if it's like it's like $1,000, I'm totally gonna sell it. But it's anywhere, and it's printed in 1957, so it was the later part. It was the later part of when silver certificate dollars were printed. So just before they stopped printing them. So I didn't look up the specific one and how much it's worth. It's worth a range between $1.25 and $4. So I'm just going to keep it and just enjoy that, there's still a few in circulation. And that I have one, and it's different, and it's special, and that means something. And it's pretty cool. Oh, and the bottom it says, in silver, payable to the bearer on demand. And this just says $1. I think that that's pretty special. And so whatever my February is, I think that it's super fantastic that I have one of these. And if it was worth $1,000, I would totally let somebody else enjoy the real thing and enjoy the $1,000. I don't know why I thought such a thing, but I am going to enjoy having my silver certificate $1 bill, and that it means something. It's different than in this dollar bill. And I think it's pretty special. And I'm glad that I happened upon it the other day, just in my general transactions for the day. Did you notice anything different? So this isn't in my lifetime that this was printed. So from your parents' lifetime, you know, maybe that you still had a little bit of experience. So maybe black and white TVs. You know, there were still black and white TVs when I was growing up. People still kept their black and white TVs. I think we even had a black and white TV for a little while as an extra TV in a different room. Maybe my parents' room had the black and white TV. What is something that maybe you experienced in the now day that was from your parents' time, but it wasn't popular? You know, like maybe an 8-track tape, cassette tape. You know, those weren't really even popular anymore. You would see them on occasion. We had an 8-track player at our house, but it wasn't something that you could go to the store and see. You'd have to get it at a garage sale or a rummage sale or some kind of a secondhand store. I don't even think we had secondhand stores in my town at all. Anyway, not even an antique store, I don't think, when I was growing up. You have to go to a bigger place than where I was from. Anyway, it is, you know, put in the comments if there's something that, you know, you've seen this month or last month maybe, that's from a different time area, but just before your time era. Would have been from your parents' time era, and you just happened upon it. I don't know, I think that's pretty special. I'm just going to hold them up one more time. This is the silver certificate dollar, and this is the common day dollar. This was printed in 2013. This one was printed in 1957. And so we had silver certificate dollars printed even after the Depression. I think that's important. Have a great day, guys.